Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this SprutCAM training course in video. Today we are going to talk about 2D contouring, and this is a topic we've started in the previous video with the whole machining. To remember one thing we said, which is very important for this lesson, it is we don't need any solids to create toolpaths. So we may only have lines, contours, arcs, and it is enough to create this type of machining. So I've imported one DXF format file with these contours that you are seeing now, and we will use them to create a couple of examples. So to start with this, going to machining, we have a group called 2.5D where we have a couple of options. We can start with this pocketing function, and as you know, when we create a new toolpath, we get a new entry in this area here where we define all the parameters related with the toolpath. I will leave this behind a little because first I need to create a job assignment for this particular toolpath. And to do this, we can have contours, lines, entities, and we will define in each of these entities if they are covers or holes, inner or outer covers, holes. Okay, let us create a couple of changes and see what happens. So first, as a cover, I will create this inner cover. So you see, I have already this kind of thing. I will update also the outside contour. And the idea is to play a little in terms of height, in terms of the definition of each one of those guys, because I can now click in here and change a couple of things to play with this. Okay, you see, I have different things doing different options on this. So I will take this out. And the idea was to create a hole where we will do our toolpath now. So after this definition done, I will go into parameters. I need to choose a tool. I will use a 10mm tool. Feeds and speeds, lead-ins, lead-outs. This is basic stuff. We've seen in other videos, and we are going to explore this a little more when we see the 3D toolpaths. Parameters, where we can define also these the heights and the depth of cut and the quantity of layers we have. Let us say simply, for example, 2 steps. A couple of options also that deal with the strategy of the tool, so the behavior of the tool in terms of what is going on the toolpath. After everything it is done, okay, and do the run to create the calculation. So, a couple of things, as you can see, very simple toolpath, and with these options, again, no need to have solids. Let's create a new one. I will leave the chamfer behind because the chamfer is basically a 2D contour that follows a curve with not much in terms of increment, so it's the easiest one. Wall machining, I will do the same thing that I've done. So I will create now a little higher Z level, and I will add this one and also this one. I will take it out. So now I will add one very interesting thing, which is the possibility to create, not having them, but to consider them, rounding, top rounding and bottom rounding. I can give some values, and I can even say that I have an angle in my sidewall. So let's define also my parameters. Again, a 10 mil diameter. And to be a little more visible, I will increase a little the quantity of steps so that we can see something like this. So you see that I don't have any draft, but I can have this kind of geometry in the toolpath, which is very interesting. The last one, but not least important, we can have a flatland also. Flatland, so we can have, for example, a hole. Let us define this one here. And again, let us try to define a tool. A couple of parameters should be enough. Something still not correctly defined. So let us say the level, the level, not this one. The level 10, for example. Let us say, let us define a hole also with a curve 1. Let us try to change this. Curve 1, it was inner hole. This one, okay, let's do similar stuff like we've done on the other one. And as you can see, we've created a flatland on the solid part of the contour, and it has a very nice appearance in terms of movement. And I think it will give you a pretty good idea of what it is possible to do. Okay. In this one, we can also have the possibility to have some drafts and some roundings. I think the purpose of this toolpath it is to clean a flatland, so not so well suitable for that purpose. But with these examples, I think you already can add some tools to your set of functions and operations known already inside SprutCAM. Any question or any help you may need about these or other topics of SprutCAM, let us know. You have all our contacts, so you know how you can reach us to send some questions.